I have decided to take on a pretty ambitious project. It's going to be a bit of an experiment. It's going to take a bit, but first things first, we're going to wipe the stamp. This is obviously, as you can see, an Axiom Envy. Very cool disc. Let me take this off so that's not shaking so much. Yeah, the Envy is a really awesome disc actually, and this is a premium one. It's not glow, but it is a premium one. For those that don't know, pure acetone will take the stamp right off a disc, just that easy. Let me get a little more on here. Just about ready to go. What I want to do, the other day, I was sitting in the living room looking out the window, looked up, saw just a branch and some sky, and that's sort of the thought process. Let me explain. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to use this brush. It's a small flat brush. I use it all the time. And just do some leaves, basically. I really hope this works out. And kind of just cover like this area here. Then I'm going to take a smaller, thinner brush with some black, put in some branches, and I'm going pretty abstract here. I'm not trying to go, realistic or anything. Then what we're going to do at the end of this first part, at least, hopefully we get that. It comes out pretty good, hopefully. And then we have to mask it with wood glue. School glue works great for masking for spin dyes, but for like a longer process where it's going to sit in the dye and the glue bed for 24 hours, wood glue stands up to that much better. So first things first, before we got started, I mixed up some of my green with some yellow and some acetone, some just pure acetone. Hopefully I'm going to have 2 shades of green here. So let's see what a leaf looks like. Okay. That's going to work. That's going to work, folks. Editor Seth here. That sounds funny. Luckily, I was able to figure out how to time lapse. I'm messing with a new program and it's working great. So enjoy a much speedier version of this. Let's give her a little. I honestly have no idea how different, if at all, this other green's going to be. Just mixed up, like I said, some acetone yellow with the green, this green that we're looking at now. So we'll see. It might look exactly the darn same, but yeah, looks basically the same. I mean, it's a tiny bit lighter, but really not. It's just a little more pale. It's a tiny bit different, but I'm just going to splotch a little bit in spots. Thing is it's acetone, so based, so it's gonna smear what's just been done a little bit. Yeah, it'll still fill in some spots. Okay, part of me wants to start doing the branches a little bit just to give this some shape and give me a little bit more, I guess, direction on the shape, because I'm not ecstatic with that. I mean, I'm happy with the leaves, I guess, but that happens all the time. All right. Get some black going. In a previous video, I had mentioned iDye Poly being awesome for black, and it really helped here. One swipe, being able to come that thick with a black was awesome, or that heavy. With the spin dyes, you can feel like you go over everything a million times before the color comes in, but the black just was, one swipe and good. I'm really happy with the way that the branches came out here. They really shaped this up a lot better, made me feel a lot better about my experiment. There. This should just go right off. Okay. Well, for now, branches are done. I kind of want the green to maybe come back over it, but I think it's just gonna smear the heck out of it. I'm gonna try a couple small ones. Maybe over here, just because this is where some more of that splotching happened anyway. Let's see how it goes, because I don't want to smear the black into it. Yeah, so no, I'm not going to do that. Well, am I though? Because it actually fades. It actually gives the appearance that some of the leaves are up front. I'm not going to do much of it. I'm going to do very little. It really is an experiment, guys. Honestly, it's you know, I just started this YouTube thing, and now I'm doing something that's kind of putting me on the spot. But you know what? Whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I found out why it didn't, and I learned. So here we go. I'm gonna extend this black just a touch, maybe, and one more here too. You know what? I think. Yeah, you know what? I think that actually helped. I don't know. I think it did. I think it did. Just gave it a little more depth, maybe. Maybe not. And then one there. Okay. So let's get that black out one more time. Extend this just a touch. There we go. There we go. Should I come up more? I think so. Sorry guys, I'm not talking much. You're welcome or sorry, but because I'm not as familiar with this stuff. It's very alien to me because it actually takes some kind of figuring to do. But hopefully you're digging it. And then what we'll do is we'll do the mask, the glue mask, which is there we go. Yeah, so the glue mask is I mean, I've already said a couple times it's the wood glue, but we you use skewers. You kind of paint it on heavy with your kind of finger, cover all the spots, and then you use a wooden skewer. The same one we use to do the swirls. We use to get up in tight into the areas. So we might just go a little more with the green. Can I just tell you how much I love this time-lapse thing? Gosh, it saves so much time on the video. It's crazy. Okay. Gonna pause. Gonna give it a quick rinse. I'll be right back. Okay, she's rinsed. So the idea is what's dyed now gets covered with glue. Simple as that. bummer with wood glue is it takes forever to dry. School glue, a couple hours. Wood glue, a day. So the timing is a little obnoxious for this, but now it kind of just fills itself back in when you do these swipes, see? So that's handy. So, yeah, I do the brush for a bit. Earlier I said I use my finger, but I decided to use a brush this time, and I'll probably stick with that for sure. It works better. So yeah, you just kind of push it around. And then once the skewer comes in, I actually use it. I use the flat end of the skewer for the most part until the very end. And I just kind of use it to sort of push things around, you'll see. And you also notice I left just the tiniest bit of green all the way around and black for the branch all the way around because I didn't want it to have like a white outline. I wanted the background dye color, you know, to blend or like kind of, you know, just touch the edge. So I figured if the green got a little darker or whatever, you know, and became part of the background, that's fine, because I just didn't want it to be so masked off that it was like outlined in white. So that's what I decided to do. This was very tedious, but I think it actually probably came out better than I thought it would. So I'm happy with that. Okay. Like I said, the black is pretty much impervious, but now I'm just kind of in the zone. There we go. There it is. So now we wait about 24 hours for that to cure, and then we do a glue bed and figure out what we're going to do with this overmold. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.